Follow up on the president's sweeping funding freeze. Last night, a federal judge stopped him, pending more court action Monday. Today, the administration pulled back a bit on the memo that ordered it, but not the pause itself, so that's still on the table. A hearing in federal court in Providence seemed favorable for the plaintiffs, including Rhode Island Attorney General Peter Nerone, who blasted Trump's move as dangerous. The back and forth is only adding to confusion for the nonprofits that depend on federal funding.
They fear that a freeze could go into effect at some point, and many still don't know if they specifically could be impacted. NBC 10's Gabrielle Caracciolo reports from Providence.
Everyone's heard the confusion that's out there, and that we're experiencing ourselves. So unfortunately, there's not a lot of answers.
As the day got underway at Children's Friend in Providence, CEO David Caprio was trying to figure out what a federal funding freeze would mean. The nonprofit works with vulnerable children and families, providing services including Head Start.
So federal funding is extremely important to us, and any loss of federal funding could mean cuts to services.
They get about $20 million in federal funding every year. Yesterday, as the freeze began, they couldn't access about $500,000. That online system is back up, but it's taking time to get the funds.
We have to wait to see how that plays out.
Shortly after we spoke, the White House rescinded the memo regarding the funding freeze. Organizations thought they were in the clear.
I think there's been a bit of a roller coaster of unknown or change in clarity that has happened, or lack thereof. And that's made it really difficult for organizations to figure out what is going to happen versus what is not.
The United Way of Rhode Island gets federal funds and works with dozens of other organizations that do too. Around the time we were speaking, the White House clarified they still want to freeze funding, which a judge has blocked until at least Monday.
The needs of Rhode Islanders aren't going away, right? And the needs of how we help our kids, how we support our older adults, how we ensure that meals are on people's tables, how do we ensure that students have what they need. Regardless of if this is in place or not in place, the fact remains is we as organizations have a moral imperative to continue to serve. We need to get funded.
In Providence, Gabrielle Caracciolo, NBC 10 News.